everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. I'm updating you on my goals of the year. We're kind of like halfway through the year, a little past, and I feel like it's a good time to do a check-in. So at the beginning of the year, I shared 23 things in 2023. I love a little catchy, little title like that. But essentially, I made a list of 23 things I'd like to do this year. And some of them are kind of more for fun. Some of them are financial goals. Some of them are professional goals. There's like a mix in there, but I really love that concept of just here's kind of, it's almost like a bucket list, but for the year. So yeah, I wanted to share with you how I'm getting on. I have a few things that have been completed. I have a few things in progress, some things I haven't started. So there's kind of a lot here, but I, in the back of my planner, have a master list of all of the things. And then I have like boxes and whatever I can color in as I achieve them and all of the fun stuff. So let me start with what I have successfully completed. A lot of these goals are things that will take the whole year. So not everything is something that I could have completed by now, if that makes sense. But I do have 4 completed goals, which is really exciting. So number 8 on my list was to earn a promotion. I did in fact earn a senior title at my company, which is really exciting. That happened in April. So check that off the list. That also is kind of related to number 19, which was to increase my 401k contributions. So with my promotion, I did earn a increase and a raise and all of that. And I did increase then my 401k contributions to put more towards retirement savings, which is great. Number 11 was to have the surgery I've been putting off. I did in fact complete that in February. I have been struggling with pilonidal cysts and disease for about 7 years, actually. It was not a fun experience to have all of those flare-ups, but I did finally have surgery to correct kind of the root cause and the underlying problem, which is really great. I've recovered and I'm feeling excellent. So yeah, definitely glad I did it. I wish I would have done it sooner, but it's done now, so that's okay. And then number 20 is the other item for my list that I have completed, which was to complete my 2022 tax year Roth IRA. I finished that in March, so right before kind of tax filing season, which is the deadline. So I did complete that as well, which feels really good, and have, that crossed off the list. So those are the 4 that are done. I don't have to, work on any other progress for them. They're done, which is awesome. And now I wanted to share some of the items that I'm kind of in progress with, and the ones that I guess maybe there's just a little bit more to comment on. So number 1 on my list was to travel out of my home state of Minnesota 6 times. I have left the state 3 times this year. So I went to Portland, Oregon in January, I went to Wisconsin in February, and then I went to Chicago in April. So I'm halfway through, which is great. I should be able to complete this goal easily. I do have plans to go to Wisconsin again, and then to Iowa, and we're going out of the country a couple of times this year. So that should be something that I can easily check off, which is, pretty cool and exciting. Number 2 on my list was to try 3 new foods. I love this goal. I'm totally doing this again next year just to expand the horizons. So I have tried 2 out of 3. So earlier in the year, a couple of friends of ours, we had a dinner party and it was German themed. They made spätzle and sauerbraten and it was so good. Oh my gosh. So I had never had those foods before. I was really excited to try something new. So those are the 2 new foods. So I have 1 more food to try. I will be going to Ireland this fall, so maybe I'll have something there, like an authentic Irish dish or something. But yeah, I really am enjoying that goal. I think it's fun to expand horizons, like with flavors and all that good stuff. Okay, number 5 is to treat myself to 3 self-care appointments this year. So I have completed 2 of those. In May, I had my hair done. I got cut and highlight, and that just totally makes me feel rejuvenated. And then in June, my boyfriend and I did a couples massage. So we are looking to do another couples massage sometime the second half of this year. So that is something that I know will happen. I just don't know exactly when, and that'll help me complete, that 3. And maybe I'll get my hair done again and, go above and beyond and have 4 self-care appointments this year. Okay, number 7 is a work-related goal. So I have the goal to work with 15 different clients this year. I do onboarding and implementation trainings for a software program. So right now I've worked with 8 unique clients this year. Unique being I've never worked with them in the past. I have worked with repeat clients, but wanted to work with 15 new. So I'm at 8. So I'm just past that halfway point. There's a lot of things in and out of my control around this goal. So if I don't make it, I don't make it, but I'm feeling good with where I'm at. All right, so number 9 is to give more than I did in 2022. And this is a little bit broad. It could be giving financially, giving back with, volunteer work and hours and all of that. And so far, I am right on track to meet that goal. We had an opportunity recently to help someone kind of rebuild their life. I won't get into the details, but they had to leave a situation and they're starting over. So we were able to get them some clothes and toiletries and just really set them up for success in their new chapter. So that felt really great. We do have planned giving at the end of the year, but any other things along the way are kind of, really nice and special too. Number 13 is to schedule and keep appointments. I, in the past, have been so bad about scheduling and then canceling and then never rescheduling, or just rescheduling forever with appointments in particular. So I wanted to be more intentional with that this year. So far I have not canceled any appointments. I had to cancel my hair appointment and reschedule it, but then when I rescheduled it, I made it. So that's only one, but otherwise I have kept everything, and I have done the surgery. I've taken Miko, my cat, to the vet, hair appointments, eye doctor appointments. I've made them all happen. So that feels really good to know that I'm becoming a little bit more reliable with myself and scheduling. Number 14, fitness related. I had the goal to complete 100 workouts this year. So I have been tracking in my planner when I work out, and I consider even, walks on the trail, working out, all of that counts, and strength training and all of that. So I've completed 56 workouts so far this year, which is great. I wasn't sure if I was even going to make the halfway point. When I had surgery, I was kind of down for the count for quite a while, about 6 weeks, but I'm really happy with that this summer. I've been trying to enjoy the weather and be outside more and go for those nice, walks with fresh air. So 56 out of 100 workouts completed, and that leaves me into number 15, which is to walk outside 50 times. I have done 38 walks outside. I have on occasion done walks on a treadmill in hotels, but outside is what I'm counting. So I've walked outside 38 times, which feels great. I definitely feel like I can accomplish that and then go above and beyond the 50. So that's pretty cool. And I'm really enjoying it. Fresh air has been great. It makes me feel good. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, let's see here. Number 16 is to track my alcohol consumption. I did this last year religiously, and I started the year off strong, and then I kind of just stopped tracking. So I would like to get back into tracking. I kind of have boundaries with alcohol and how much I am comfortable drinking, say on work nights versus the weekend. So on work nights, I prefer not to have more than two drinks. Anything past that makes me feel kind of groggy in the morning, and I don't feel like I slept well. So that's a limitation I've set and a boundary for myself, and I am maintaining that. I'm just not really tracking it. So that's something I want to get back into, is just tracking the alcohol to make sure I'm comfortable with the consumption and my habits. Number 17 is to bring fewer things into my home. This is a big one. So I do have a consumption challenge kind of series that I'm doing this year on my channel. I used to do monthly, and now I'm kind of doing every other month updates. They just seem to be a little bit easier for me. But so far this year, I have had more things leave my home than coming in as compared to where I was last year. So that feels good. We have done some kind of big decluttering lately, and we went through like all of our kitchen cabinets and drawers and got rid of, random dishes. And we ended up inheriting a lot of stuff in our kitchen and like bedding and whatnot. From my boyfriend's parents. They years back had a home that they sold, and they kind of just like gave him everything, and then he had his own stuff. So we've been weeding out, all of those and donating as we can. It's just definitely a process. But because we've been donating so much and going through those areas, we have been able to get rid of a lot of like number of items, which is really good. Okay, two more I want to update you on. They're both financially related. So 21 is to contribute 15% of my gross salary towards retirement. I am on track to do that. And then number 23 is to save $3,000 for a future goal. I am currently in progress, making this happen. I have had to prioritize some travel. My biggest thing for me personally is I'm debt-free except for my mortgage. So we will be traveling and doing trips and kind of some things that popped up. And it's more important for me to cash flow those items and stay debt-free than to save $3,000 and then potentially, run up a credit card balance. So I don't know if I'll hit the 3,000. I'm working towards it. I'm, halfway there. We'll just have to see how the second half of the year goes with some of these international trips that we'll be taking. But otherwise, it's great to have a savings goal, and it's great to put money aside for the future. So it's all good things. And if I don't hit that 3,000 exactly, it's still more than I had at the beginning of the year towards a future goal. So it's a win-win no matter what. That's going to be kind of my update. I don't want to bore you on all the things I haven't started yet. But I'm curious if you'd like a check-in maybe this fall, or should we just check in at the end of the year? I'm not sure what I think. So let me know your opinion if you have one down below. And that's all I have for you. So I hope if you set any goals for the year that they're going well. And there are definitely some things on my list that my, kind of life and priorities have shifted where I may not complete them, and that's okay. So I also am giving you permission if you need to alter any of your goals. Do it to make, what you want to achieve in the second half of the year count, because things can change from the beginning of the year till now, and maybe some of those original goals aren't, best suited towards your life. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.